Hi, my name is Jamie Kajoshi, and this is the Science Fair project demo for model number 1, Stupid Bin. This is a 3-sheet design designed for high traffic areas where multiple waste stream items are being thrown out. Over here, for the process, we have a webcam, and over here we can have any item shown over here, and it detects motion, and it takes a picture, and once it's sent to an AI, the AI comes to a conclusion, and over here it opens the corresponding servo motor or motors and has LEDs for extra user reference for all 3 categories. How does the magic happen, you may ask? Well, over here is the power supply for everything happening, and back here is all the hardware. Here is the main computer, the Raspberry Pi. It's 2 USB connections, one for the display and one for the webcam. Over here on the right, we have GPIO pins, which give signals to the relays, which are basically just smart switches and turn on and off, and the servos that I just showed you that can control how many degrees are moving up and down. This white box is just a LED's power supply. Over here is the MB102, which supplies power to the relays. Back up here we have the display, which shows the GUI and can exactly show the user what's happening, system status, the start and stop, and overrides if the AI happens to get anything wrong. For video purposes, over here I've displayed it on this screen. Now that we've learned about the hardware, let's learn about the software. Over here is the display, but for the video purpose, I screen shared it to a bigger and larger screen, which is just this screen, but larger so that you can see what's happening clear. I'll begin by opening this icon, which executes the Python script in a certain environment. What you see is opened over here is the GUI, where everything happens. It contains a start and stop button to start and stop the process, logs, so every single scan and item that has gone through this entire process has been logged in this logbook. Then a report misclassification button, which is for when you notice the AI has made a mistake. But this is used much less now that the AI is trained, but it was used much more when we begin this product. Over here is the item. It just shows exactly what the item is. Waste information. This provides user instruction on what to do. For example, separation or just throwing it out into one category. Description. This describes thoroughly exactly what the image sees. Over here, the picture that it took is displayed, and system status to see what the system is at right now. Or if any errors are made, then the errors are displayed over here. Over here are the 5 categories I've decided to go with. Landfill, recycling, and compost, which are all on the bin. Eco station and bottle depot only indicate that these don't belong here, and you should go to an eco station or go to a bottle depot to throw this out. Over here is the system, exactly what's happening, detecting motion, classifying, anything like that. And over here is the recheck with OpenAI button. This was for when we were still training the AI and we wanted to recheck over and over again exactly what was wrong if we do report misclassification. Now, to display exactly how this GUI works, I prepared several examples. First, I'll be putting in a plastic tray with 2 food items. When they're in cafeterias, people tend to throw these 2 items together in landfill. When you actually put food and plastic waste together in landfill, they cause leachate and methane emissions. Both food items should go to compost, and plastic tray should go to recycling. As stated over here on the GUI, they require separation. The plastic waste goes to recycling and compost. The plastic type was polypropylene 5. This time, it was correctly identified by Vision AI, which uses shape, size, and color to identify what it is. Over here, we have a similar type of problem. Plastic food waste with plastic wrapping. Usually people throw these together after eating a meal. when truly they should be going to, as it states, compost and recycling. Over here, it was classified as polypropylene plastic, when this should actually be LDPE. Because I'm using Vision AI, the Vision AI can't differentiate between different types of plastic. So that's why I'm currently working and have added on a spectrometer to tell between different types of plastics on top of the Vision AI. Next, I'll be putting in a battery. The problem with batteries is that lots of people put these in recycling or landfill due to ignorance. Usually, these little things can cost several fires, 4 to 9 per month in material recovery facilities. As stated over here, none of the compartments have opened, and it's hazardous waste and should go to the eco station. Next, I have a nitrile glove. Recyclable or compostable qualities and belong in the landfill. Next, I have a regular can. These are often thrown out in recycling when they should actually be going to bottle depot. When people throw these out in recycling, it's often not mixed recycling. So, if you have a can, it should be going to bottle depot. Therefore, none of the compartments open, and it was classified as bottle depot. Next, I have a wire. These wires are often thrown out in landfill or recycling when they should be going to eco station. Things like this can get trapped inside conveyor belts or machinery, which cause several problems and have to have the entire machine replaced. So, these should be going to the eco station. Joshi, and this is my Science Fair project demo for model number 2 of the stupid bin, Wally. This is designed for public areas where people are throwing out single stream waste items for a throw and walkway mechanism. Let's jump straight into the hardware. First, over here we have the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi is where all the decisions are made. Then over here we have a touchscreen which is connected through an FPC cable. We also have 2 USB connections, one of power supply and one for the web camera. Then underneath we have the GPIO pins. The GPIO pins are connected through several wires and connect to 1 servo motor for the trapdoor mechanism and 2 for the rotating carousel mechanism. Over here, let's look at the trapdoor mechanism. So over here, items are placed, and when the trapdoor mechanism underneath opens, it rotates to 60 degrees. Once it closes, it rotates to 0 degrees. Now over here, we have our web camera. The web camera is for motion detection. Once motion detection happens, the camera is able to tell the AI to take a picture. Now going all the way underneath, we have the rotating carousel mechanism. The rotating carousel mechanism has a servo motor at the very bottom. This servo motor rotates from 0 to 270 degrees to interchange between all 4 compartments. These 4 compartments are changed through 4 rollers. So the pizza plate has a quick rotation. Every 90 degrees, a compartment is changed. 0 for a certain, then 90, 180, and 270, rotating back and forth. Over here at the very end, we have the power adapters. Over here, this is the Raspberry Pi connection, and over here for the servo motors. Now let's try a banana peel. Once motion detected, it analyzes once again. It was classified as compost. Over here you can see that it was classified as compost. Next, I'll be trying another single stream waste item, a plastic container. These are commonly thrown out when you're in public areas. Once the image is analyzed, it is classified as recycling. Now this process starts again, and this time I'll be trying a battery. Batteries are also, once again, they are big hazards to material recovery facilities, and these are also single-stream waste items, and people tend to clean up. The bin has rotated in neutral position, but as you can see, the trapdoors have not opened, not accepting. In this process, we can notify an operator. Next, I'll be trying a milk container. Once the waste is classified, it's classified as bottle depot, which is incorrect classification, and it's dropped. Now the last item, when suspicion is detected, the image is analyzed. It's classified as recycling. Next, I'll be trying a piece of bread. The piece of bread is analyzed with an image and is classified as compost. Next, I'll be trying a juice carton. The juice carton is analyzed and the ER has classified it as bottle depot. Next, I'll be trying a scrambled piece of paper. This is classified as recycling. The bin compartments rotate and the trash falls. And developed model number 1 and model number 2 and given you thorough explanations on the hardware, software, and functionality of both of these. I've also given you project demos that are very detailed on how both of these work. I'm currently working on model number 3, which is a wall-mounted design of the stupid bin. This can be mounted anywhere, from garage, home, almost anywhere, and it's a cost-effective solution which only displays instructions and can be mounted on the wall anywhere. If you have any comments, suggestions, or questions, feel free to write. Once again, thank you for watching.